So what does it take to start calisthenics and master it ASAP to the point where you can do any advanced skills on the spot? For example, I can just go for a handstand and perform handstand push-ups without any effort. But to get here, it comes down to one important concept, and that is mastering the basics. Now, when it comes to mastering the basics, a lot of people have this misconception of having to achieve the push-ups and the pull-ups. But I'll tell you one thing, this is absolutely BS. Because while these exercises are the basics, it's not just about doing them, it's how you do them. Let me give you the best example. So if you want to see beginner's push-ups, it will look something like this, okay? And this person would then claim that he can do push-ups. But as you can see, the form is horrendous, okay? It is absolutely terrible, and it's very poisoning to the eye if you see this kind of form. This is not good, because all you're doing is you're building strength on top of dysfunction. So that means you really haven't mastered the basics, even if I can do 100 reps of these. And you have to understand an important concept. When it comes to mastering calisthenics, it's not just about doing exercises, it's about how good or well you can do them with control. Let's talk about a truly mastered push-up. So let me show you a bad push-up, okay, where the elbows are usually flared out, the hips are sagging, okay, and we're barely getting a full range of motion. But what happens when we do a proper form? First of all, it starts with holding a proper plank. So shoulders should be down, okay, hands should be straight, and most importantly, your hips shouldn't be sagging. It should be, you should have your core, okay, activated. And now I'm in a straight line. So this is better than this. Okay, so we fixed the first step. Now when it comes to doing push-ups, how do we do them? Well, our elbows shouldn't be flared out. They should go a little back, and our chest should touch the ground and slowly push back up while keeping our core engaged. So this is bad, and this is great. If you can do 10 of these, it's better than doing 100 of dysfunctional push-ups. Now, usually we face the same issue when it comes to the pull-ups. For example, most people think this is good pull-ups. Now, I can't show you my full body, I don't have space, but usually you can notice people kipping their legs up to use momentum and get their chin over the bar. This is terrible. So what does mastering the basics, specifically with the pull-ups? Well, it's all about the grip. It starts with the grip, okay? So you don't want to have a loosened grip. You want to have a tight grip where your knuckles are facing forward. Not like this, like this. This gives you better control when you're hanging onto the bar. And now, the next thing you want to do is you want to externally rotate your arms. Why? Because as you notice, my scapula is activated better. So this is passive, this is active, okay? And now I'm strengthening not just my lats, but my scapula, which is the main driver for a powerful pull-up. And also when you externally rotate your arm, you force your elbows to stay tucked in rather than going flared out. So this is what happens when I activate my scapula. My elbows right here are tucked. They're not flared, they're tucked. And this is exactly what you need to master the pull-ups. So let me show you the difference once again. This is what people think is mastering the basics versus how it's truly mastered. Now, of course, if you want powerful programs to follow so you can unlock the most advanced skills and also master calisthenics, you can check the link down below and join my Bodyweight Beast Academy, where people are unlocking incredible skills every single day. With that being said, if this video was helpful, leave a like and also subscribe for more. I'll see you in the next one.